Hello, Virgos, and welcome to your October reading. Now, I was going to film these in order, and maybe it was intuition, maybe it's bias because I am a Virgo, but I want to get your October reading done right now. So, we are going to get started. So, what is the energy impacting Virgo during October? Also, we're using the Tarot of Sexual Magic, so if you have problems with sexual imagery, this is not for you. We have, the Four of Swords. We have the Magician, which can be Virgo energy, I think also Aquarius. And we have the Knave of Chalices, and I must add that not only did this card come out, but when it came out, I saw in my head October 13th, which is not only the full moon, but there's a full moon in this card. So for a lot of Virgos, something is popping off. Maybe something is in December, but October 13th, and it's probably going to be communication from someone you are not speaking to, and I kind of feel like maybe you haven't spoken to them in a long time, and it might be the type of thing where like you forgot, like not forgot that they existed, but you weren't expecting anything. Like if you were friends with someone 5 years ago or something and you just haven't talked in a while, you're gonna be a little like shook that there's communication now. Okay, what else? We have the Queen of Cups. Energy affecting Virgos in October. Virgos in October. Wow, okay. Some of these cards are flying out. We have the Chariot, which loves to pop up in the past few readings. Okay, and I think, are we done? We're not done. Okay. Okay. Just all these cards that keep coming out repeatedly. And it's, I won't say annoying, but, So can you see the cards? I'll read them out when I'm done. There's so many. Okay, let me push them along. We got these. Oh, okay. So, just going from left to right and then down. We got the Hermit, the Four of Swords, the Magician, the Knave of Chalices, the Knave of Swords, Queen of Chalices, the Chariot, the Eight of Pentacles, King of Chalices, Judgment, Justice, and the King of Swords. So, first thing I want to mention, the Hermit card came out for Virgo, like of course it did, confirmation. And then also, King and Queen of Cups is here. That's counterparts. That is emotions. Now, the King of Cups been coming out for everybody. It is just someone who just does not want to talk about his emotions. He's keeping them secret for whatever reason. But, with this, Knave of Chalices, he might become clean with some of those secrets he's been keeping. We also have the Knave of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, card of stalking. I've done 2 readings now that have said Leos are Page of Swordsing, but they're doing it in such a way that's still very self-centered because Leos, And so the Leos are not checking your social media page, but they're checking their own to see if you liked their picture or if you watched their story or whatever. So they're doing that. We also have the Chariot card here. Something's coming in, something's moving forward, and likely being resurrected, as we have the Judgment card here. Something is being brought together. We also have the Justice card here. I think the communication that you're going to get is going to bring you clarity and be like, oh, they left because of this, or oh, this happened because of this, or I don't like this person because now I know about this. And it's going to be like justice in that kind of way. And the King of Swords is a little bit of a cold, detached energy. I think he's trying to not reveal all his cards. I think he's a bit guarded and a bit defensive. And I'm not sure why, because I don't know who he's guarding himself from. So I can't say if he should or should not be so defensive. But that's just how he is. And the Magician, something is being manifested. But the Four of Swords here, that is a card of prayers and visualizations and manifestations. So your manifestations perhaps are coming to fruition. So if you've been trying to manifest someone coming back, they're probably coming back. And also this Eight of Pentacles card here. This one of somebody offering a flower and the girl not being so into it. I think that's probably the fear. I've heard other readers say that if you want to get in like soulmate, twin flame, whatever, the divine masculine or the masculine energy is a little bit afraid of like, did I mess up? Like, was what happened last time the final straw? Will she take me back? Will she block me if I reach out? And he's trying to overcome those feelings. So now let's pull some romance angels. It's all stuck in there. Okay. Virgo, during October, what to expect? What can Virgo expect in October? Virgo, expect in October. Okay, like everything just fell out on the floor. And I don't think I'm taking any of it because there's so many cards that fell down. Okay, so Virgo, October. What can Virgo expect? Ooh, okay. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. I've personally been feeling, and I know a lot of other readers have been saying, that feminines are kind of disconnecting from their relationship, those that are not in like physical union. People are separating, or people are disconnecting their energy from their counterparts and focusing inward, focusing on self. And that's a really great place to be, just kind of indifferent to the outcome. And I also feel that the masculines are dealing with financial issues. If you know your masculine is not, you know your masculine big ballin' at the bank, then I guess this doesn't apply. But for those of us who don't know their situation, I think there are some issues, and that could be in, who was outside screaming? That could be in various different ways. It could be, I don't have enough money to move across the country to be with you. It could be, I hate my job, but it pays really well. It could be, I can't find a job, so I don't have any money at all. Like, there's many different problems that could be impacting this connection. So what else is the energy for Virgos in October? Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Wow, wow, wow. It's just the use of this holiday time as we're about to enter the holiday season, which kind of begins in October, you know, with Halloween. Then it goes to Thanksgiving and then Christmas and New Year's and all of that. So just, I don't know, maybe y'all will be together during these holiday seasons. And also, hold up on, doesn't that, maybe I'm reaching, because I know how some of us like to reach a little bit, but doesn't that look like it might be the full moon behind the clouds? just with all this talk about the full moon already, perhaps I'm reaching, but that's okay. I stretch. So, let's see. What is this card? Past life relationship. You have known each other before. So this connection could just be, you know, something you're like spiritually connected to. I think we know that we've been new, but you know, thanks for the reminder. So anyways, now I'm gonna go through, get some clarity. So what did we miss from the spread? What other information is there for Virgos in October? And these cards are flying out with the Queen of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords, and okay, and we have, hold on, wow, okay, we have the High Priestess, and I normally stop at 3, but I kept going. And we also have the Empress and the Two of Wands. So, with that, I will say, one thing I have heard, because the Knight of Swords feels like someone rushing in, I heard a masculine, like, literally yelling, like, I have to tell you something. Like, that kind of anxious energy, kind of like he feels like time is running out. Like, I don't think this is happening, but, like, if you were literally about to walk down the aisle and he's like, this is my last moment to, like, get the girl. Like, he's just, I have to tell you something. And it's just, like, out of nowhere, just quick, and you don't really expect it. It's gonna be like you get a random DM one day. It's just gonna be like, okay, this has been too much for me. I have to let you know all this stuff. And you'll be like, I had no idea you felt this way. I had no idea you had, you know, we're going through this. And with the Queen of Wands, I heard someone else say that the Queen of Wands is a warm, inviting energy. And that might be the energy we need to get into in order for them to feel comfortable approaching. So someone else said, another reader said something like, if you're retweeting and posting stuff like, oh, I hate love, or don't nobody come hitting me up, I'm, you know, doing hot girl summer or whatever. No shade to hot girl summer. I had a hot girl summer, and now we're moving on into autumn. But, you know, just that if you are waiting for something, well, no, not waiting, because queens don't wait. But if you are expecting someone to come back, you know, maybe just try and get into that energy of, if they come back, I'm not gonna be like, what do you want? I'm gonna be like, hear them out. And you don't have to accept the offer, but just hear them out. Give them a safe space to express their feelings, and then make your decision from there. We also have the High Priestess here, which is also a card that is often associated with Virgo. It also has a new moon in it, so something could happen around the new moon. And have we had the new moon in Virgo? Because I noticed that something was up with the moons. I think we did have the new moon in Virgo, so I think we're going to have the new moon in Libra in like a few days or something. I have no idea, but there's a new moon coming. We also have the Empress here, just a beautiful energy to be in. And the Two of Wands is making a decision. So that could be with this whole thing I was talking about over here, about how, you know, you don't have to accept whatever offer this person who's coming in is going to make towards you. So now we are going to finish out the reading by pulling one card for each sign then it's going to be like, if you're a Virgo dealing with the Aries, this is what you need to know. And then I've never said it before in a reading, but I guess you could kind of do this as with your placements as well. So for example, I'm a Virgo sun with an Aries moon, so maybe the message can be a bit more about myself and less about dealing with someone else. So you may want to watch like your moon and your rising or whatever, Venus, you know, whatever. Okay, let me keep shuffling. Okay, if you're a Virgo dealing with an Aries, the Hanged Man, Virgo is overthinking. My first initial thought was that I don't know who's overthinking, but it's Virgo, duh. Virgo is overthinking a connection. I think Virgo is doing too much thinking about this situation, about, oh, if he comes back, do I accept the offer? Do I not? Or do I think about all the things in the past that happened and why I shouldn't accept the offer? And it's kind of like, you don't need to get into that energy until it happens, you know? You don't have to decide today if you'll take him back or not when he hasn't even offered to make you, you know, he hasn't even made you an offer. So I think it's more about getting out of your head and at the very least waiting until you have to make a decision to make that decision. If you're a Virgo dealing with a Taurus, Nine of Swords, this could be you or them. It's probably both, honestly. Similarly to what I just said with the Aries card, Virgo is probably thinking about, do I accept their offer? And Taurus hasn't even, like, offered it yet. Like, Virgo is like, is the offer good enough? And Taurus is like, is the offer I haven't offered yet good enough? Like, you're both overthinking the offer that hasn't been made. Virgo dealing with a Gemini. Three of Wands. You could have some success with this. I feel like it might be more career success. Personally, getting into my personal life, I recently had a Gemini return, and I'm not seeing the connection as so romantic because they did ghost me at one point, and my energy right now is kind of like, if you have it in you to ghost me, then I must not have been that important to you, you know? And not to say that, because I also have ghosted people that are important to me, but, you know, I knew this person for like a month or whatever, so it's just kind of like, oh, you're real bold coming back. So while I have those feelings towards the Gemini in my life, I'm also still open to working together in a career form, but not necessarily romantic. And that might be what you're going through as well. It may have been you started your connection one way and now you're taking it to a new place. Or maybe it was a romantic relationship and you don't want it, but you can be friends, something like that. If you're a Virgo dealing with a Cancer, Eight of Wands, there's gonna be communication. I feel like you're gonna have like a 6-hour FaceTime or something. Like, y'all are just gonna get together and spill the tea and just, I don't know if something happens and someone needs to talk about it, and so that's why you're talking so much, or if it's just you're catching up on the past few months of your life or whatever, but there's gonna be a lot of serious communication. Dealing with a Leo, Queen of Swords. Someone is detached. I'm not sure who it is. I think both of you might be detached. I think you're both not giving your all to the connection, and I think, you know, that's fine. If neither one of you really wants to give too much energy, I don't think you really have to, as long as you don't care about the outcome and losing the relationship. If you're dealing with a Virgo, Page of Swords. This is the card that's been coming out for Leo in the last 2 readings I did. There's like stalking. There's a lot of obsessive social media stalking. Because Page of Swords is a card of stalking, and I always see it as social media. And I think it's obsessive. It's like really bad. Like, I was watching a video yesterday, and this guy was talking about his dark night of the soul and how he would watch his twin flames Snapchat story go up and up and up, and I used to do that too. Like I would go to his Snapchat name and I would be like, it went up 400 points in 2 hours. Who is he talking to? Like, it's like that. Like, calm down, get over it. If you're a Virgo dealing with a Libra, the Sun card. If you asked a question, the Sun card is typically a yes card, so this is confirmation, or it could be confirmation that what you asked for might happen. You know what else this is, though? This could also represent the Sun moving from Virgo to Libra, which happens today as I'm speaking. And this one thing I've been hoping for is that the Virgo productivity really passes on into Libra. And I think it will. I think Libra season is going to bring a lot of new opportunities for a lot of great people. If you're a Virgo dealing with a Scorpio, the Hermit, twice. The Hermit has already been here. Okay. Similarly, I just did the Scorpio reading. And the card that came out when I did this portion of the reading for them was the Queen or King of Swords, I think, for Virgo. And it's just kind of like someone is detached. Someone is hiding their feelings and emotions. And I'm like drawing a blank. You're going to have to watch the Scorpio reading if you want to hear more detail. But I think someone is trying to protect themselves a little bit. And they might be doing that by hiding their emotions and feelings. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, Ace of Cups, there's a lot of love here. I don't know if it's long term, but I do think you can have a very beautiful few months with somebody at the very least. And it just feels like passionate and big. And it's going to be like a whirlwind romance. And like I said, it might not be forever. I'm seeing about 5 months. But I feel like it's like really big. Like, I don't even think you're going to be too sad when it ends. I think it's going to feel like you fulfilled your roles with each other. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, a lot of Pentacles. Y'all are in this single energy. I feel like this might be Capricorn. Capricorn is very focused on getting money, stacking them coins. And I think Virgo is trying to also get in that energy. And so it might be the type of thing where you're building a relationship with a Capricorn and they're kind of like a mentor to you. And it's like you're both just in this energy of, you know, fuck, love, get money, for lack of better terms. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, Page of Pentacles. If something is in the early stages, it could be a business. But it's like in the early stages. Like you're thinking about permits, you're thinking, what are we going to name the business? And the Aquarius might be your business partner. I don't know how successful the business is going to be. I think it will be profitable, but I don't know if it's at least, like, I don't know long term. So it's possible in 20 years, it could be like a $1 million business or whatever. But I think in the next year or so, it could be profitable, but not necessarily profitable enough to like leave your job or anything. But you know, just extra income, which, you know, that ain't bad. And finally, if you're dealing with a Pisces, Seven of Cups. This immediately gave me Pisces energy. First off, it's cups, which is water energy. But also just kind of, Pisces are known for being kind of, well, it's also your sister sign, but Pisces is known for being kind of dreamy and a little bit detached from reality, and I'm kind of getting that. And I don't know how that applies to your life, but it does kind of feel like this like dream state kind of energy. And Seven of Cups is also a card about having a lot of options. So maybe while you're dreaming, you are actually dreaming about various opportunities and stuff. So like you could have a dream that you were a baker, and then you're like, oh, you know what? Baking does sound interesting. And then you get into it, and then you start a business, whatever. And it could be like something like that. It could also be you're manifesting things in your dreams. because, you know, and sometimes your dreams feel like reality, and it feel like, one of the things about manifesting is that you're supposed to try to feel the energy as if you already have it. And with, you know, living your dream, like if you want to be an actor, if in your dream you're at the Oscars winning an award, you're putting yourself in that vibration, that energy of being a successful actor. And even though it happens in your dream, you know, that energy is still useful. So I hope you enjoyed your October reading, Virgo. I will see you guys again in October for your November reading. And if you like this video, you can like it and comment and subscribe. Share the video, because shares really help. If you have a Virgo in your life and you think they need to see this, share the video with them. And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mythical Virgo. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you. Bye.